you think that something there has to be a trigger to like, for people to change their minds, for like narratives to get reset.
Right. And so I think the question is, I mean, what's the story that is the trigger is disappointment. And that's how.
Oh, that's enough?
Other than
earnings disappointment is enough?
Credit shocks.
Yeah, I agree. Disappointment is enough.
Disappointment is actually what turns market cycles through time, which is you get, let's say that, if you just go back to historical cycles, environments where there's minimal credit growth, right? Which is kind of what's going on right now. There's no credit problem in the economy. Credit growth is actually at recession-like levels right now. So what creates a turn in an economy where you don't have a lot of credit growth being responded, slowing down as a result of monetary tightening? It's that people build expectations to extremes, and then ultimately conditions come in worse than those expectations, and people start to reprice asset valuations as a function of that disappointment.
So that's in an 06 scenario where we started to hear about Bear Stearns has these two hedge funds that are loaded up with mortgages, and some of those mortgages are no longer paying, and they have to take a write down to the asset value of these funds, which means the investors in the funds have to take a hit.
Right.
Have to take a haircut. It's on paper, but they have to take it. And that is disappointment. And what that leads to is people asking questions that they weren't asking the day before of the other hedge funds that they're invested in, and the other asset managers, and the other holdings at banks. And that triggers some sort of a waterfall or a cascade effect of just people not being bullish anymore and being more suspicious. And so when people say, well, we need some sort of exogenous shock, I'm not sure. I think I agree with you. I think you just have people start asking questions that they weren't asking yesterday.
Right. And they're just a little more reserved. And households,
a little bit, but that feeds on itself.
Right. And households are like, well, instead of, using my OpenAI bot to do another dinner reservation and expensive tickets, they're like, yeah, we'll stay in and have some pizza.
That hedge fund story that I tell was the summer of 06.
Yep.
And by March of 08, it leads to the bankruptcy of Bear Stearns. It's less than 2 full years.